Good morning or evening, depending where you are. This is Jose of Fish Keeping. I wanted to share the story of this truly majestic angels. I have kept angels pretty much, I guess, since the early, I would say probably since the 70s, 80s. I had a bunch of angels, and recently I found that angels can be, although they're very majestic and beautiful, especially this one. This one is really truly majestic. I have not had or seen one quite like it. His finish, I have him currently on a 20-gallon tall tank, and I was trying to measure his finish when they fully outstretch, and he is about 8 inches at least. So he covers about half of the tank. Now the story with these guys is I don't know quite what his variety is. I think when I purchased them, I actually got them at Discus Madness along with some other discus that I went to purchase, and he was I think I saw the name Bulgarian attached to the labels. I got two. I got the finish, the color on the finish with these spots. They were pretty, I find them pretty striking. So I got two of them about the same size, but both of them, now I will show them on screen both, and they are quite different. Body shape is different. The finish certainly very different, and I've had them on a 60 cube, and the other one, this majestic one, as I'm calling him, very majestic one, he was more submissive to the other one, and at some point he was cornered. The other one just was beating the hell out of him. So I decided to take him out and then put him on a 65-gallon Tiger Barb tank. Out of all the places, the Tiger Barb, yes, I know they fin nippers and everything else, but I have still some long fin little tetras there, and they have not bothered the fin. I got quite a bit of them, so any aggression, if anything, goes towards them. But I have found that the Tiger Barbs are more opportunistic. If they notice that there is a sick fish, they will certainly hone in on that fact and take advantage of it. It has happened with a red-tailed shark that I have there. He is the boss of the tank for sure, but at some point maybe he wasn't feeling well and he was at the bottom of the tank and they were pecking at him. He had all these little circles like scuff mark on his scales. I took him out, treated him, put him back, and it's a year later and he's still the tank boss there. But I decided to put this angel there after he was being abused by the other one, and thinking that was the only tank without an angel. I have found over the years that they are fine until they start to breed, or at some point you have a more dominant male. There will definitely be drama between more than one angel. So I've decided just to keep one per tank. Now what do I do with this guy? So I put him in there, and about a year later I see that he is now running away from the Tiger Barbs. And then I said, oh, maybe again he looked like he probably was feeling ill, and they sensed that. So I put him in a quarantine treatment tank, and I treat him, for a few days, and he looks fine. His finish are growing. They have grown more. There's some new growth on them, and they were definitely going after the fins on him. So I took him out and I put him on a 20-gallon tank with 3 discus that I was overfeeding because they had lost a little bit of weight. They're back behind me in this tank, and they're doing fine. So he starts beating up on them. They were darting around and crashing into the tank, and I said, what's going on? He was beating up on 3 discus that are larger than him, not finished, but body size. So then I said, all right, so what do I do with this guy now? And then the 90-gallon tank right here, I have another large angel. You can see him on screen right now, right there. You can see him. Anyway, right over there. So he is about the same size as this one. The fins are not as tall, but he has one here. And then on back here, I have low angel in there. He's smaller, but again, he has gained a lot of size. So the thing is, do I put him there again? He's gonna be submissive to this one because this one is massive. So what to do now? I have him in this 20-gallon tank that I'm going to experiment and try him here in the 90-gallon. This one is certainly going to be the centerpiece fish for this tank, and he is, I say, he's beautiful, just like really, I think, majestic, and his fins, I don't know, that's probably the only way that I can describe him. I don't want to give him away for being aggressive because he's just way too pretty. So even if I keep one fish per tank, as you know, my tanks are always overstocked, and I don't want to I keep one fish per tank, but in this case, I think I'll bend my rule and keep him with some other fish that he'll be happy with, some smaller fish that he won't bother. So I'm gonna put him in here and see what happens. So I will update you later on the final thing, how he behaves with the other one. If anything, I'll pull the other one out and try him somewhere else and see what happens with him. I have been using this plastic bowl here. It is to catch the discus and these large fish, because the things don't catch on the net and they don't get injured or frayed. But again, he is hopefully he'll let me catch him, because he is a feisty little one. So as I was saying, he started beating up on the angelfish before, not on the angel, on the 3 large discus. So I decided to keep them separate here, and I will try to. This won't be easy. Okay. I thought I had him, trying to keep him from jumping out. I think I have him here. So let's see what happens, okay? I had a discus one time, almost jumped out of this one over here. So let's see. I can safely get him out. That way all the water from one tank stays out. So I'm gonna just drop him into the tank here and just observe him. So I have another angel now. He is, he noticed the force. Just gonna turn this other camera around. And I'll just watch the action and see what happens. That's the one angel for a while, and just take images of whatever I can catch. There's the one angel there, the large one, the large fin one. Now this is a 90-gallon tank, so it is a tall tank. It is 24 inches, and I think everybody's just checking them out again. My tanks are overstocked, I know that. But let's see what happens with these guys. And let's see if he behaves, but they behave. I'd probably rather keep this one in here, and then the other one has taken a usual corner where he seems to stay, but they're leading towards each other right there, right now. So let me see what happens when they find each other, whether they decide to be good friends. Okay, he is the one in the tank before. He's just checking him out, but I don't know what will happen. Time will tell. I'll keep this running for a while. He is going after him now. Would that be aggression? I don't know, but he is definitely making a move. Would that be an aggressive move? And now the other thing is, that other one, is it a female? I don't know. If that's a female, it may spell trouble. In the sense that if they breed, they can be aggressive. Again, I'm not interested in breeding these guys, but let's see. Now we have a clown loach pecking at the fins of the older one in that tank. Usually he doesn't have any nip fins, and nobody here seems to bother anybody else except the plants, with the exception of these beautiful ones that I've added to the tank. I offered some to Jorge from Mexicali. I'm waiting for better weather to ship him a bunch. I have some here, and I have some, sorry about the camera movement, I have some back here with the discus tank, that these grow pretty well. I don't know the name of this plant, but they do grow, and the Bernicitis, the Odessa barbs, and the Conga tetras don't seem to like this plant. So let's see the drama here, what happens. I will keep that on. I will close the curtain back there. Hopefully avoid some of the glare. I'm sorry for the glare, I can't avoid it. So let's see what happens, if I notice anything strange there. So far they've been good boys. For now. A new kid on the block. I will see what happens later. So they are next to each other there again. They kind of sizing each other up. They're looking at each other, but so far it's still early. The other one, they were together for quite a while until this one was getting beaten up. So let's see what happens. Maybe I can succeed and keep two angels together without hurting each other. It has been a couple of hours since I introduced the large fin male to this 90-gallon tank. There's been a lot of displaying between both of them. I definitely think the ones with the vertical stripes, the angel, it's a female. Again, I'm not great at sexing angels, but she does not have the nuchal hump and the big round belly that she has. Maybe she's carrying eggs, but certainly it could be a female from some of the signs. If you guys who are more pros at it, look at her big round belly. If any of you who have more experience with breeding angels, I have bred them in the past, but again, it's not for profit and just for the hobby. But it's hard for me to still sex angels. Looking at these two together, and I can say, there is a difference. And she always, I'm saying she, now I'm going to call her a she came to him quickly, follow him, and they've both been kind of displaying to each other. They spend most of the time together on that side of this stump there, of this trunk. At this point in time, as I'm recording now, they're both on opposite ends of the tank. She is hiding behind the bush that I have over there, and he is staying behind the trunk there, but they swim around. There's been no conflict at all so far. All the other guys in the tank that they initially checked them out, nobody's bothering anybody at that time. So I hope to keep the peace. If anybody out there is thinking of keeping angels, they are definitely one of the iconic fish in the keeping hobby. They're very fun to keep. They are amazing. They are beautiful, but just be mindful that they can be aggressive, especially around spawning, and can be very territorial. So this is why I have in later years just kept to one angelfish per tank. So if these two is a match, may not inhabit, but in the 90-gallon tank, then let it be it. So either I will just let them breed. If that becomes the case, I separate them and then find anybody who wants to adopt them. I will certainly be happy to give them away. Anybody local in the New York City area, but they seem to be maybe becoming a couple. So let's see what happens. I will update you if I see any breeding activity. I may choose to separate them. My wife likes the idea because they are two amazing looking angel fish. Right now they're at the center of the tank, again displaying to each other. So I don't know, I think that there's love in the air here in the water. I will continue to observe and see what happens with these guys. So far the mood overall seems to be more passive, a little bit of posturing, but if the male does anything, it's usually just for momentarily. Thank you for watching, and I will keep you posted. If you have not done so, please subscribe, share, like, and press the notification bell. Thank you for your support and visiting our channel.